greatest comedians coming in the studio. He is headlining at the Madhouse Comedy Club this weekend. 2 shows tonight, 7:30, 9:45. 2 shows tomorrow night, 7:30, 9:45. And a Sunday show.
Oh,
Hey,
It's
now.
a hard working.
Yeah,
Steve Byrne in the studio. What's going on, Steve?
You know, you're welcome, guys.
Yeah, well, huge. In San Diego. How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks. I got to meet your intern.
This guy right here?
Yeah, who's right here. That
Who? Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Agent Andy.
Asian Andy was telling me
Asian
that he loves Britney Spears.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He wants to scrounge up the $1,500 to go do the meet and greet at our new show in Vegas.
no,
That's
no,
really
no.
embarrassing. I
Really?
didn't know that about him.
It's a little alarming.
Yeah.
That's humiliating, but I'll go with you, Andy. I'll go with you. Yeah, no, I want to do that too.
That's really
That's what I
strange.
call as a male friend a red flag.
Yeah.
There it is. Yes.
Like
All the
give me
best.
a tip off.
All the best.
Yeah, good luck. Whoa, that's very bizarre. So, Steve, let's talk a little bit about...
I think if he goes to Vegas and goes to see the show, he never comes back.
Yeah.
And he ends up living with Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Or
He's
with
a new
Britney
pet.
Spears.
As
Yeah.
one of their new lives.
Right.
Yeah. Dressed up.
Rar.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
a weird way.
And they will be sticking their head in your mouth.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Multiple times.
No doubt about that. Yeah.
No threat of mauling, though, because Andy's
No,
very, you know,
he's very gentle. He's docile.
Yeah.
He's
Very
what they
sweet.
call a bottom.
Right, yeah.
I love you, Andy.
So true.
We love you. Yeah.
Couldn't be more accurate. Yeah.
That's scary. He just did the Bieber heart thing,
Yeah,
right?
Why would you
Yeah,
do that?
we do that. Andy and I do that. We Bieber heart each other.
Yeah, but, I mean,
Best
he's doing it to
girlfriends.
another male. Like,
Yeah.
It's getting kind of...
No, it's fine.
I don't accept those Bieber hearts from another man unless he's on roller skates and boy shorts.
There we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
There it is.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Then
So
again,
anyway.
no, I can see that with Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, well, that's how he gets to work. Yeah, and then he changes. I don't know. It's kind of
It's
strange.
odd. It's odd.
So anyway, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's talk Sullivan's Son.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
we've had multiple comedians in here, like Owen Benjamin, Ahmad, all these guys who are on the show, but we haven't had you in here yet.
Well, I like to give radio stations the pink spoon.
There we go.
Before the main course.
Okay, cool. I
Get a
appreciate
little
it. So
sample.
little Ahmad's boosh.
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
And then you come
And now
in.
you got the filet mignon.
Nice. Nice.
Now you can take a
Tender.
nap after Daddy leaves.
So the show is great, man.
Thank you.
I've loved it, and you know it's kind of a trippy concept a little bit. You know,
Yes.
Like people aren't expecting when you hear the show Sullivan and Son,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of see you. I don't know if they can wrap their head around that a little bit.
The fact that this is on television.
Well, no, not necessarily that. You know, I mean, when I hear Sullivan and Son, I'm like, oh, this must be this strong Irish guy, whatever.
Right.
Right.
They probably run a moving company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
No.
Steve is Irish, but he's Irish and Korean.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a different thing going on.
It's black hair and red pubes.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great way to put it.
Can you not say that when I'm drinking,
That's a
please?
great way to
Oh
put
my
it.
gosh.
Yes,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
really that's accurate.
Yeah, look, being Korean and Irish, Vince Vaughn, who's one of our executive producers,
Right.
and he's just like, look, you should write something for yourself,
There you
because
go.
I was just a touring comic.
Right.
And he's like, you're probably, Hollywood's not going to come banging down your door
Really?
because of your makeup. So I was like, you're right. Unless they make like a Riverdance Taekwondo movie, I'm probably I got to write something for myself. So I wrote this sitcom about a guy that goes back home and takes over the neighborhood bar that his parents ran before
Right.
they retire.
Yeah.
And realizes it's just such an institution to the neighborhood that he wants to be a part of it, and gives up his corporate job that's kind of meaningless. So it's a bunch of entities that is being home with your friends, your family, and doing something that you believe in and is important. And it's all those things that make I think a fun show.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's multi-generational, it's multi-ethnic. We've been called racist.
Nice.
Which I think is hilarious because if you look at literally
Look
like
at the cast.
poster,
Yeah.
it's like we are the most diverse show on television. How are we racist?
You have Korean, you have African American, you have...
We have two African Americans.
Yes. See?
Yeah.
I mean, right there, you're
An
better than any
Egyptian
show.
and a real African American. And then Owen, who's like 6'7".
Yeah.
Literally 6'7". People always
So you
see
take
me.
care of the Giants.
Yeah,
you know.
everybody's tall on that show. They always meet me. They go, "Oh, you're a lot taller." But it's like on the show, Owen's 6'7", Ahmed's 6'4",
Yeah.
Roy is 6'3",
Yeah.
and I'm 6 foot, and it's just like I am the Michael J. Fox of our show. We're all just these towering dudes. But I also wrote this show because I'm tired of watching Pawn Stars. I had to give myself something else to
There
watch.
you go.
Oh, but it's
I watch Pawn Stars nonstop. But here's the thing about Pawn Stars. I'll never be given a musket from the 1780s. I'll never possess a musket from the 1780s. But I will wait 30 minutes to find out the street market value.
Yeah,
of the musket.
you never know. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that show too. I mean,
Great
all the
show.
like American Pickers, all those shows where it's like I'm never gonna do that,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
find it so fascinating. Like me, a guy antiquing, like really, like I don't
Yeah.
get it, but I love it. Like I can't get enough of it.
Asian Andy would go with you.
But you know what? He would.
Asian
He
Andy
loves
love
it.
it.
He loves it.
He
loves
Yes.
trinkets.
Yes, he does.
They're called beads.
And they're specifically for one part of your body. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we get to come back for a third season,
That's
and
cool.
it's exciting.
I also I love that you are bringing in like stand-ups and comedians that are, I'm assuming, are your friends or
Yeah.
you know, that's
all
cool.
of them on the show. There's been a ton of comics that I don't think America even knows yet. That,
Right.
that all work at the Comedy Store. The one guy in the pilot and then 2 other episodes, his name was Javier on the show. He parks cars at the Comedy Store. His
Get
name
outta
is
here.
Jesus Trejo, and just a young comic, and just always had this great look about him. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, if I
Need
could
a
ever
shot.
do anything, and,
Yeah.
and we just threw him in. So
That's so cool.
yeah, it's been fun. A lot of our friends have come through, and hopefully we'll get a few more on.
That's great, man.
Like Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly. I
Yeah.
toured with him.
okay.
Wow.
Ken Jeong, who you guys know
Yeah.
as Mr.
Hank-
Chow from
yeah,
the Hangover
Hangover.
movies.
Duh.
But now I know him as the man that sent Asians back another 5.5 inches.
Well done. There you go. Right. Makes total sense. And one thing that you used to do, I don't think you do anymore, but you used to open up for musical acts. Like you opened up for like Kanye and some crazy acts,
What?
Yeah,
right?
Kanye, Kings of Leon.
Does that mean you met Kanye?
No, I didn't because
Of course.
about
He doesn't
it's
want
funny
you to
about
look into
Kanye.
that.
No, I'll tell the story. I don't care.
Yeah,
yeah,
go, Steve, go.
Story.
So I do this SUNY show in New York, which is State University of New York,
Okay.
and I show up, and the show's supposed to start at 8:00, and he's not there, and I think I got the gig because we were both on Carson Daly 2 weeks prior.
Okay.
So I get this call. Do you want to do the show? Sure. I show up, of course, at like 7.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think I'm professional,
Right.
whatever, and I'm a few years
Ready
later.
to go.
So Kanye, it's supposed to start at 8. It's not starting at 8. So they wait till 8:30. He's still not there. They're like, all right, do you just want to go up and just do a half hour? I go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go up and do a half hour. I get off stage at 9:00. He's still not there.
Oh, okay.
They're like, can you go up and do another 15 minutes?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
That's always cool.
I'll just say this, let's call it like it is. It's not my crowd.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Is that, that's got to be difficult. These
Yeah.
people are there to see Kanye, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
musical fans. They want to see a
Right.
hip-hop show. And then they have a comedian up there. That's such a different vibe.
It's a totally different vibe. But what saved me is that I did all urban uptown shows. Uptown shows is what they call it, when I first started in New York. So
Okay.
those were the shows I always kind of did. And I'd done Comic View, I think, 3 times.
Okay.
So I wasn't like nervous or anything, but it's just like at some point you're gonna lose things to talk about, especially in the early end.
totally.
And they want Kanye. And
They
so
want Kanye,
when
yeah.
you come back out for another 15, I'm sure they're like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, this
Kanye.
is-
No.
yeah.
Like I'm the one doing an encore.
Right. Yeah.
And so I come back out, I do another 15 minutes, and I kind of explain, look, he's not here yet, so I'm just going to kill some time
Yeah,
for you guys,
entertain
whatever. And I was just up front with them, so they were cool,
That's
and I
cool.
just did crowd work. I come off stage, it's now like 9:20. He's still not there. They go, can you? I go,
No.
No.
Stop it.
no way in hell.
Enough.
I've entertained enough
Yeah.
Democrats for a lifetime. I'm out of here. So I left, and I called my agent the next day, and I found out he showed up at 10:15. He did 3 songs
Oh,
and
no.
collected a check that was probably like 1,000 times more than I made.
Right.
And was just out. Yeah.
The-
So
Wow.
Busted your ass. Worked hard.
yeah, I think I probably got like a few $100. You know?
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
he
sure he
did
probably got, like
Yeah.
25, 30 grand. And this
Yeah.
is at the time. This is just before his first album came out. So a lot of people knew who he was or
Oh,
knew
okay.
him, like if you were into that scene.
Right,
but,
right.
You know,
Wow.
he wasn't
Before he
Kanye,
blew up,
Kanye,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
but like
he
I
still
did,
hasn't changed. He was like that even when he wasn't that famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Nice.
That's unbelievable.
I did
Kanye.
Mariah Carey. I opened up
Ooh.
for her for
Did
a summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never met her, by
Yeah.
the way.
I
I did.
did.
I opened up for I think like 8 shows for her during the summer. Never met her.
8
What?
shows?
You would think that she'd want to meet you to see who's opening up for her.
Hello?
She didn't care.
Of
Yeah.
course she doesn't care.
She didn't
She's too
care.
busy.
She
for
barely
that.
cares
I'm
about Nick
surprised.
Cannon.
I didn't know
He's
she had an
married.
ego. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's so surprising.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it. But I remember, when you're doing comedy clubs, for example, it's a few hundred people, so it's a very intimate thing. But when you're doing outdoor arenas, I remember I did Red Rocks Amphitheater in
Wow.
gorgeous,
Right.
Yeah.
known for its acoustics.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
15,000 people, whatever. And I remember I come out and the announcer goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mariah Carey." The place goes crazy. And then they go, "And now, Steve Byrne." Nothing. Like literally nothing.
Oh no!
I didn't even have a half-hour Comedy Central yet.
Yeah.
So they don't even know that. I don't even know I'm a comedian. I mean, no setup.
Sing
nothing.
emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, Mariah looks weird.
Is background?
Yeah, this is really.
And I remember I'm like 10 minutes deep. They finally get I'm a comedian, and it's just a wall of people.
Oh,
okay,
no.
and it's kind of pitch black, so you can't see anything. And I remember I'm like 10 minutes in, it's going okay, and I just hear this dude way off in the distance go, "Where's Mariah?" And it just felt like somebody ripped the spine out of my back.
Like, how? And yet you just keep going.
Do anything.
I know, you can't.
Because they can go, "Hey, dude," and like
Yeah.
point the hand. It's like 15. You don't even know who it is.
Right.
It's like getting mugged in a train station.
What happened?
Who did that?
Right? That's brutal, dude.
I got hit in the head with a beer can, opening for Puddle of Mud.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
always cool.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Wow,
That
I'm
was
sorry I
a
even brought this up. I mean, a lot of bad memories. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I was in the green room and we were drinking champagne.
I'll tell you the best.
Cavassier.
The best was Kings of Leon.
Yeah,
Really?
why?
Because I opened up for them, and they were so awesome. They would
actually
actually
talked
watch
to
the
you?
show.
Yeah.
They talked. We hung out afterwards,
Okay,
and
good.
they were
Wow.
just super nice. Like
That's so
just
cool.
dudes.
Their sex is on fire.
It was
yeah.
on fire.
Nice.
Hell
Yeah.
So that's huge.
That like
Okay, well,
really
so-
changes my perspective of them.
There
That's
you
really
go.
cool.
See?
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
not in a
I feel better.
gonorrhea kind of way.
Oh, good. Good.
Sweet,
Okay,
sweet,
cool.
sweet.
But they were awesome. Yeah.
And Steve, I hear you have a new one? You have a little girl?
Yeah. I have a young little. I got a little girl now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. I never thought, you always hear, oh, it's the best thing, it's the best thing.
Right.
And when you're single, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it happens, you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But I realize I just feel bad for girls. After having her and seeing what girls have to deal with, like, girls are forced to grow up so quick. When does a girl become a woman? Like, think about this, okay?
Okay.
What's the first toy a little girl gets?
Barbie doll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. First toy a boy gets, for example, is a gun, truck, a bike. It's
He-Man.
fun. What's first toy a little girl gets? Another little baby girl.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right, right.
That's
It's,
Right.
it's kind of messed up. It's like, hey, I'm a baby, I'm having so much fun. Well, time to grow up, baby. Here's
Yeah, take care of it. Yeah, right?
Heck yeah.
What's that kitchen set for? Get in there, you gotta learn. And a girl becomes
so true.
technically a woman in like 5th grade.
Yes.
Because remember that day the teacher comes in, separates a class. Life changes after the day. Teacher comes in, oh, the girls, come here, follow me. We're gonna have a little talk. So the girl's like, well, what's going on? Are we gonna see a rainbow? We're gonna see a rainbow. And then girls come back 20 minutes after that talk to all the guys. It's like, I'm so scared. You're in a jungle gym going on a slide. Next thing you know, you're in a cold class with a teacher. You're gonna be bleeding once in a while. I'm sorry, I'm bleeding. Oh yeah, from where? Down there. Down there. Is it gonna hurt? Not you, but everyone around you.
Worst.
Just horrible.
Life is over at that point. Yeah.
Well, like even my girl, I was holding her the other day, and now she's getting a little more personality or whatever. And
Like,
she's,
how old are we talking?
Yeah.
she's a year and a half.
Oh, nice.
So she can't communicate the things.
Right,
So you
that's,
know
I
that.
have a son who's a year and a half.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you know right now they can't talk.
No.
And they get frustrated.
Yeah.
And we were leaving the park, and I picked her up, and she's doing that, limp back thing
Yes.
where they try to.
Throwback, yeah.
Yeah, Superman.
And I'm dealing with it, and I'm like, Liv, we gotta go. And she just winds up and bitch slaps.
No!
Oh, hell no!
Not like
Hell
a shove, not like a shove.
Steve.
She like wound up like this and just went wow.
Oh,
And all that
bam!
needed to happen afterwards was for her to look at me and go, bitch!
Ah,
Like a real legitimate bitch slap. And there's
Damn.
the parents and stuff, and you just gotta take it. But it's so weird because then you go, you don't hit people, you don't hit her.
Right.
And then I smacked her bottom. So she's saying, you don't hit me, and then I hit her.
Wait, I'm confused
Yeah.
now, Steve. I'm not sure what message you're trying to
Yeah.
get across there.
I don't either. But I know you can't hit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't hit.
You timeout.
No spanking.
You get a timeout.
Come on,
you
Steve.
just smacked my face to where my molars are kind of loose.
Yeah.
I gotta give you a little timeout.
Yeah, bitch slap. I'll give you a bitch slap.
Yeah, right?
But I know I've waited 36 years and now I get to hit a girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
Steve.
Well done, Steve. Well done.
I know you can't hit a girl.
Oh, Steve.
But yet.
No, yeah,
Well,
well, I mean, you
yeah.
have to wait until she's a year and a half.
Yeah. And then it's, no holds barred.
A year and a half to like 8, then you're done.
No, that's
Oh my
true.
God.
You gotta
7 years.
Yeah, I get 7 good years of
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that
a
was-
cranking.
Yeah, that's cool. You gotta go see Steve. He's performing this weekend, Madhouse Comedy Club, right there in Horton Plaza. Great place to see a show. Great food, the whole thing. And a
Yes.
great show. If you want tickets, you can go check out madhousecomedyclub.com. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow night, and a Sunday show.
Yeah, I'm working on a 3rd-hour special.
Wow.
So I'm filming it in
Cool.
January. So,
Oh, cool.
So we get back to work in February for Sullivan and Son. So I'm just trying to cram it all in. I've written this special like 2 years ago, and I never got a chance to film it.
So you're working
we're
it out now and doing all
working
the
it
stuff?
all out, and working
Awesome.
on the new stuff, and
So if people go and see you this weekend, they'll see stuff that they'll probably see on TV in a few months from now. Like they'll get to see it first before everybody
Exactly.
watching TV
Oh, cool.
gets to
Yeah.
see it. That's
and
cool.
by the way, like I'm downtown, like where the comedy club is that like a risque area?
No.
I mean,
No?
it can be. I mean,
Why?
there's a lot of
You know, sometimes
homeless
like as a
people and
guy,
stuff
you
like
can
that.
walk down the street, you just feel like somebody's going to hit me for some reason.
That
I just don't know why. I just had that feeling. Yes, I did go out. So I will impart
Head on the
some,
swivel, bro.
some words of wisdom to all the guys out there. These are some fight techniques. These are some fight moves. In case some dude bumps your
Okay, cool.
shoulder,
Yeah, yeah.
wants to
Right.
rumble,
Square
you
up.
just want to be
This is good. Let me write
Exactly.
this down.
Yeah,
What do we
yeah.
got?
square up.
Yeah.
Square up with the guy.
Yeah.
Go, is it going down? It's going down. Maybe
Oh,
there's a
damn.
courtesy
Here we
shove.
go. Here we go. Yeah.
Both fists up.
Yep.
Here's what you do. You don't come in with the right. You don't come with the left. Both at the same time.
Whoa.
You hit him
Double
with
fist.
both of his eyes
Wow.
at the same
Okay.
time. Double fist,
Yeah.
okay? Now he's stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's shocked. And for a second, I guarantee you, he's going to go, did this dude just hit me with both of his fists at the same
Right.
time?
Right.
The old two-fister.
While you've impaired his vision, that's when you swing around to the back,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay? Punch him in the butthole.
Oh, whoa.
Okay,
Like full on. Like, wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I've never
Now
thought
I'm
of
going
it.
to tell you.
Ouchie.
Now, not only is he physically damaged,
Yeah.
mentally he's scarred.
You
for life.
got it. You got
You win.
it. You've won at this point.
No one's ever punched a dude in the butthole.
Right.
Ever. Like, if it happens on MMA, it's on
Are
accident.
we talking uppercut or straight?
Oh, straight uppercut.
Yeah, because you gotta get in there.
It's called making a statement.
Yeah. Got
Really?
That's huge.
It's what we call the Andy.
Well, he's definitely been there
Intern
before.
Andy.
He's
Intern
definitely been
Intern
there
Andy.
before.
Nice.
Well, I wrote that down. I'm gonna use those techniques. That's good. That's
I
good
hope
stuff. Appreciate
Yes.
that.
It's
my
mano a
friend.
mano.
Great.
And guys, that one's on the house.
Good.
Beautiful.
Next one, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, Steve. Great meeting you, man. Thanks for
Thank you
coming
so
in.
much.
Appreciate it.
Thank
All right,
you.
cool.